Hey guys, what's up? This is Fire Unboxings, and this is a movie review for It Comes at Night. So, me and a couple of friends went and saw this movie tonight. Thought it'd be a good horror movie. This is probably the worst movie that one of the worst movies that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I would say that the majority of people that I saw it with agree with me. This movie has several opportunities to take the story in a direction where it could be scary, but they seem to just gloss over every single opportunity. So in the beginning of the movie, you see these people wearing gas masks, taking this old man out and shooting him, burying him, burning his body. Because apparently he's infected with something. Throughout the whole movie, they never say what any of these people are infected with. Um, they never say really what the signs of being sick are, other than you get some kind of spots around your body and you apparently throw up blood. But throughout the whole movie, as they're finding people and looking for this disease and making sure people aren't sick, they keep looking at people's palms of their hands. That's never explained. Anyway, back to the story. So they kill this old man, bury him, light his body on fire, and then this family, and I guess it's the only family, the only people around at all, they're having dinner, and somebody breaks into their house. So they take the guy who was breaking into their house. They tie him to a tree, put a bag over his head, leave him out there for a couple days, like 1 or 2 days, something like that. And then one of the family members goes and talks to this man, asks what is he doing there? Why was he robbing the house? And he says, you tell me the truth, I'll give you some water so you can survive. And if you don't, I'll kill you. So the man who's tied to the tree says, I have a family who lives in a house about 50 miles away from here. I traveled through the woods, so I didn't see anybody or anything. I'm not sick with whatever this disease is. So anyway, as quickly as that comes up, it's resolved. There's no mistrusting this guy, really. They both get into a truck and say, okay, we're gonna go get this guy's family, bring him back here to live with us, so that we have more people to defend the house. Which that is also never used as a plot point again, because nothing ever attacks the house. So, as you're watching this movie, you might think, okay, this is going to be an adventure of these two guys going out to find this family and bring them back. So not even 30 seconds into the road trip, somebody shoots at them in the woods. They crash the truck. They're forced to fight these people who shot at them. So they instantly kill them, and they don't ask him any questions or anything. They just kill him and done. So you think the road trip's going to continue, fix the truck or whatever, and go on. Nope, the next scene is them coming back with the family. It doesn't explain, it doesn't say how long they were gone, or if they had any trouble while they were gone, or anything. They just show up. So these people are living together, and at that point, it basically just turns into a we don't really trust you here kind of movie. At one point, the father who runs the house finds out that the guy who he went to get the family for, lied to him about having a brother that he lived with. And instead of being like, well, you lied to me about that, like, this could be a potential turning point in the movie where they could find out that this guy they let into their family and their life is dangerous. They just blow it off. He basically says, oh, you lied to me? Okay, I'm going to bed. And there's several other scenes like that. At one point, they have a dog, a family dog, and he finds something. He goes looking for something in the woods and disappears. And they don't hear him bark or anything. So, as an audience member, you assume, okay, well, something got him. He's dead. Other than a dream sequence, that's never brought up again, really. Like, maybe they could have went and saw what killed the dog or what took the dog. Instead, they just leave it alone. They go look real quick and say, oh, it's too dangerous out here. We gotta go back to the house. And it's brought up in a dream, which in the dream, they show the dog, and they show it fighting something, and one of the kids who is having this dream is scared of whatever it's fighting. But of course, they cut away from the action, so you don't get to see what it's fighting. So that was a complete waste of time. And then, I'm trying to think of interesting parts of this movie. A lot of it wasn't interesting enough to talk about, actually. Let me think. In the, I'd say, close to climax of the film, one of the older kids finds a younger kid of the other family in the bedroom of the guy who got shot in the very beginning. Shot and burned. So he takes the younger child back to the parents' room and tells him, go to sleep, whatever. Well, something happens, and somehow he opens a door, and I think he got infected. Wasn't really clear on how he got infected. But then this other child from the other family touched his hand at some point, and I guess the infection can spread through physical contact. So then, after it's discovered that the little child of the other family might be sick, they decide that it would be best if they split the families and stayed in their rooms for a couple days to make sure that nobody was actually sick. So, about into the first, I don't know, couple hours of this whole basically self-quarantine thing, the older child who took the younger child back to the bedroom earlier hears him screaming and crying. So then he goes and tells his dad, hey, I think that kid's sick. We need to do something about it. So the family who owns the house, goes and talks, like tries to say, hey, I want to check on, your kid, make sure he's not sick. And the people say, oh, no, he's fine. You don't need to come in. And they never really show what the virus does other than you see the black eyes and stuff. They don't show it on a live person, really. Or as they're getting sick. They show it when you're basically just dying or dead. You get black eyes. And it also shows them throwing up blood into other people's mouths, but I'm pretty sure that was all dreams that people had. Anyway, so the mom is carrying this kid around. You never see his face. You never see anything other than his back. Once the dad gets in to the room and sees that the kid's sick, they freak out. Everybody points guns at each other. And, the visitors just say, hey, we just want, some food and water and we'll get out of here. And the other family who owns the house say, no, you can't leave. You'll tell people where we are. We can't have you doing that. So they take him out to the woods. And the father who owns the house attempts to kill the other father. And the other father gets out of, whatever they have him tied up in. I think it was like rope or duct tape. And instead of shooting the dad, he pistol whips him like 6 times in the face. And the mother of the wife of the guy who owns the house just stands there and doesn't even, attempt to shoot the other person, the guy who's beating her husband or anything. Just stands there and watches. So then basically there's just a huge fight. And by huge, I mean, I think there was like 2 gunshots. So they end up killing the visitor's father. The visiting father. They kill the little boy of the visiting parents and the mom. And then, surprise twist, the boy who lives with the people who own the house also gets sick and dies. And then the parents end up with the disease too. And then the film ends. It was just the worst movie that I've ever sat through. And probably the only movie that I would ever actually want my money back for. But if you enjoyed this movie, let me know why. It has a pretty high score on Rotten Tomatoes for some reason. But everybody that I was with either thought it was terrible or didn't think it was a very good movie. It was basically just all suspense and no actual payoff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is just my opinion. You have your own opinion. Let me know it. in the comment. You can tell me why you think it was good or whatever. I just wanted to let you know what I thought about it. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.